Good morning, dear children. Welcome back. In today's session, we are going to continue our learning process of Class 6, Term 2, Unit 2 in History, Great Thinkers and New Faiths. This is Part 3. Come, children, let us learn. Before going into today's session, let us have a recap of what we learned in the last one. In the last session, we learned about Buddhism. We learned that Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, his real name was Siddhartha. He was a Kshatriya prince belonging to the ruling Sakya clan. At the age of 29, Siddhartha saw four sorrowful sights. There were an uncared old man in rags with his bent back, a sick man suffering from an incurable disease, a man's corpse being carried to the burial ground by weeping relatives, and an ascetic. This transformed his life, and he was awakened or enlightened one, realized that the human life was full of misery and unhappiness. So, at the age of 29, he left his palace and became a hermit. He sacrificed 6 years of his life towards penance. Buddha sat under a peepal tree and undertook a deep meditation near Gaya. On the 49th day, he finally attained enlightenment. From that moment, he was called Buddha or the Enlightened One. He is also known as Sakya Muni or Sage of Sakya clan. The four noble truths of Buddha are: life is full of sorrow and misery. Desire is a cause of misery. Sorrows and sufferings can be removed by giving up one's desire. The desire can be overcome by following the right path. And the right path is called as Eightfold Path. It has right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right knowledge, and right meditation. We also learned about the fresco paintings. The paintings on the ceilings and walls of the Ajanta caves in Aurangabad depict the Jataka tales. The influence of Buddhism in Tamil Nadu is also great. Buddhism spread to Tamil Nadu much later than Jainism. Manimeghale, one of the epics of the post-Sangam age, is a Buddhist literature. Kanchipuram was a famous Buddhist center from where Dinaga, the famous Buddhist logician, and Dharmapala, a great scholar of Nalanda University, hailed. Huan Singh, who visited Kanchipuram in 7th century, noticed the presence of a 100-feet stupa built by Ashoka there. Dear children, in this session we will read a Jataka story. Dear children, the Jatakas are popular stories about the previous birth and life of Buddha as human and as an animal. They teach morals. Come, let us enjoy a story. The Woodpecker and the Lion. Once upon a time, there lived a woodpecker and a lion. One day, the lion hunted a big bison and sat down to eat it. It so happened that while having his meal, a big bone got stuck in the lion's throat. He was not able to remove it and was in great pain. A kind-hearted woodpecker offered to help the lion. The woodpecker, however, told the lion that he would only take out the bone if the lion promised not to eat him while removing the bone. The lion gladly agreed and opened his mouth in front of the woodpecker. The woodpecker hopped inside the lion's mouth and easily pulled out the bone. The lion kept his promise and let the woodpecker fly away. Soon the lion recovered completely and killed another bison. The woodpecker also thought of joining the lion and asked for a small share of meat. To her utter disappointment, the lion blandly refused to share his meal with her. The lion said, "How dare you ask me for more favors? I have already done so much for you." The woodpecker did not understand what the lion was talking about. The lion then clarified, "You should be thankful to me that I did not devour you when you were taking out the bone from my throat. Now, do not expect anything else from me, and go away." The woodpecker said to himself, "It was indeed a mistake to help such an ungrateful creature. Nevertheless, it is not worth being angry or holding grudge against someone as unworthy as him." I hope you enjoyed a beautiful story. Now we will learn about what has happened elsewhere in the world in 6th century BC. In China, the religion called as Confucianism emerged, and Kung Fu Sei was the founder of that religion. And away in Persia, Zoroaster created a religion called as Zoroastrianism. So children, in the 6th century there was awakening and new faiths arising in different parts of our world. Let us go through the summary. The 6th century BC was an important period of the intellectual and spiritual development in India. Jainism was a doctrine developed by 24 Tirthankaras. Mahavira exhorted the threefold path: right faith, right knowledge, right action. Gautama Buddha was a founder of Buddhism. Buddha's teachings are referred as Dharma. Buddhism crossed the frontiers of Indian subcontinent, but Jainism was confined to India. Basic philosophy of Jainism and Buddhism is ahimsa or non-violence. Let us go through the glossary. Superstitious beliefs. Superstitious. Superstitious beliefs. Beliefs. Belief in things that are not real or possible. Preceptor. Preceptor. Preceptor is a teacher or instructor. Doctrine. Doctrine. Doctrine is set of principles or beliefs. Virtuous. Virtuous. Virtuous is having high moral standards. Sacred book. Sacred book. Sacred book is holy book. Frescoes. Frescoes. Frescoes are a painting done in watercolor on wet plaster. Corpse. Corpse. Corpse is a dead body. Nirvana. Nirvana. Nirvana is a state of freedom from suffering and rebirth. Before winding up today's session, let us have a recap. Dear children, we know that Jataka stories are the literature of Buddhism, and we read a Jataka story. In the next session, we will discuss the book back exercises. Time for worksheet number 3. Answer the following. Question number 1. Tiruparattikundram, a village in Kanchipuram, was once called dash. Tiruparattikundram, a village in Kanchipuram, was once called dash. Question number 2. Dash were built over the remains of Buddha's body. Dash were built over the remains of Buddha's body. Question number 3. Name the Chinese traveler who visited Kanchipuram in 7th century AD. Name the Chinese traveler who visited Kanchipuram in 7th century AD. Question number 4. Name the female Jain monk mentioned in Silappatikaram. Name the female Jain monk mentioned in the Silappatikaram. Question number 5. What is the meaning of Buddha? What is the meaning of Buddha? That's all for today's session, my dear children. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Samuchir Kalvi Guide. Thank you. Stay blessed.